Welcome, my curious companions of the cosmos. Today we're tackling one of the most popular arguments for God, the fine-tuning argument. Spoiler alert, it's not as fine-tuned as it claims to be. We'll explore what it says, why it seems convincing, and why it might not hold up under closer scrutiny. Let's dive in. First, what even is the fine-tuning argument? Well, it's the idea that constants and laws of physics are so precisely set that if they were even slightly different, the world as we know it and the universe as a whole would not exist. Basically, think of it like a cosmic dial. You turn it just a little bit and boom, no stars, no planets, and no you or me. Proponents of this argument claim that this precision is no coincidence and it is absolute evidence of a fine-tuner, aka God. So before we get into why this argument falls apart, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. This argument was popularised by philosophers like William Lane Craig and Robin Collins, so shout out for them for giving us something to talk about. Now, if you've ever heard this argument presented, you'll notice it comes with a sense of urgency. It's like the numbers are so impossibly small that if things were even a fraction different, we wouldn't be here, like nothing would be here, everything would just be evaporated. But the thing is, just because things are improbable doesn't mean they're impossible. So think of it this way. Your last poker deck is wildly improbable. The chance of you being born is astronomically improbable. That doesn't mean it was pre-planned. So let's go through this in detail. I'll put the argument back on screen just in case you forgot. The first assumption here is that these constants could have been different, but do we actually know that? Could there have been another way? Or is the universe structured in such a way that these constants are necessarily what they are? The truth is, we don't know. Scientists don't know. Theologians also don't know. The idea that these dials could have been tweaked is just that, an idea. Until we can confirm that different values are even possible, this whole argument is sitting on shaky ground. The fine-tuning argument assumes that life as we know it is the only possible form of life, but who knows that? No one does. Who's to say that life couldn't exist under different constants? Maybe in another universe there's sentient blobs of gas writing YouTube videos about how their universe is perfectly fine-tuned. We just don't know. Seriously though, this is called anthropomorphic bias. We assume that our form of life is the only form of life because, well, we're here to observe it. But that's like a puddle thinking that its hole was designed for it. Speaking of puddles, Douglas Adams put it best. This is rather as if you imagine a puddle waking up one morning and thinking, this is an interesting world I find myself in, an interesting hole I find myself in. It fits me rather neatly, doesn't it? In fact, it fits me staggeringly well. Must have been made to have me in it. The puddle assumes that the hole was made for it, but really the puddle was just conformed to the hole. Likewise, we assume the universe was made for us, when really we just adapted to it. Another issue is the multiverse theory. If there are infinite universes with different constants, doesn't that mean that at least one of them are going to have the right conditions for life? It's rather as if you win the lottery. It's a very low chance that you do win the lottery, but someone has to win it, and we're them lucky winners. And may I add that Einstein's math actually points to the idea of a multiverse theory. So where does that leave us? The fine-tuning argument is a far cry for a slam dunk on theism. It relies too much on assumptions about probability and life that we just can't confirm. So, in my books, it is no slam dunk for theism. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment about which argument you would like me to debunk next. Until next time, have a great day.